will be some new legislators representing northeastern Minnesota at the state capitol beginning next year. One of them will be in Senate District 3, a large district that includes all of Lake, Koochiching, and Cook counties, much of St. Louis County, and northern Itasca County. Joining us now is Senator-elect Grant Hauschild, a DFLer from Hermantown. And congratulations on your win. It was a nail biter the night of the election.
It was. We always knew it would be close. So, you know, we were expecting it, but it was nice to win.
So what's it like making that transition from candidate to senator-elect?
Well, you really start hearing from a lot of stakeholders about the issues that really matter to them. And I think that's what's most important, is being prepared to really hit the ground running on day one. And that's something that I feel really prepared to do.
Currently, you're a Hermantown City Councilman. Why the jump into state politics?
Yeah, well, when I was a city councilor, I realized that there were some gaps, that Hermantown didn't have somebody really working with the legislator as much as I would have liked to see. So I jumped in right away and started working with the legislator on some projects and some bonding requests with Senator Bach. And through that effort, you know, some of my fellow city councilors said, you'd make a good, replacement for that guy if it opens up, and look, it did, and now we're here.
So as someone who has been on that side of it, lobbying for resources for the city, is that going to influence or impact how you respond as a state lawmaker?
It is. I mean, I think I would like to be proactive. I want to go to these communities in my district, which are a lot because we're the largest district in the state, and talk to city councilors, talk to mayors, and just find out not only what are the issues immediately, because there's often urgent needs, but what are we thinking about 2 years, 3 years, 10 years down the line that I can start thinking about in the future, because we need to be prepared.
So Grant, what are the greatest needs for your district from the state?
Well, the first and foremost, we have miners at our North Shore mine in Babbitt and the plant in Silver Bay that are unemployed, and their unemployment ended just a couple of weeks ago. So my first bill will be to extend that unemployment insurance for those North Shore miners. We have a lot of needs with costs. We have, funding for our schools and teachers. I think that's going to be a big priority. We're hearing that from Governor Walz, and I really look forward to doing that because my family and I chose to live in Minnesota for education. We have a strong state in that regard, so I look forward to those initiatives.
We mentioned how large the district is, and it's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of diverse issues, diverse opinions out there. How do you hit the ground and kind of balance all of those competing interests across that district?
Well, you have to educate yourself. You have to learn about all sides of every issue. You have to know what's the opposition going to say about this bill, what are the proponents going to say about this bill. And that's something that I started doing on the campaign trail, and now that I'm a Senate-elect, I've dug in, right away, talking to stakeholders on all sides of those issues. Because then when you're in those meetings, when you're at that table and those decisions are being made, you're the person that can kind of determine what hopefully is the best choice.
Grant, two of your focuses have been on child care tax credits and paid family leave. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, this is something that I heard a lot on the doors. We have a lot of folks that want to live in the Northland for jobs and just the beauty of our region, but there is a real lack of child care. There's a real lack of that opportunity for families to succeed and look out for their children. So, I think with this DFL majority that we have in the Senate House and now with the governor, I think there's a real opportunity for us to pass a paid family leave program that will make sure that families can be with their kids when they need it most.
Is there a danger at all, as the Democrats have all three of those key positions, that there's a little overreach as you try to get the agenda through?
Not with me there, I don't think. My message during the campaign was that I plan to be an independent voice for the Northland. I'm a moderate. I've always been a moderate guy. And so I'm going to be looking at what are the real bread and butter issues that matter for our region and for the state, and how are we moving on those issues. Let's not focus on the side issues. Let's not focus on things that distract us from getting the job done. And so I hope to be that kind of leader in the state.
It sounds like you want to help grow the regional economy. How so?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we can look with the IRRB. There are funding mechanisms to make sure that we're investing in entrepreneur funds, helping people start small businesses, diversifying our regional economy, but also making sure we're supporting those core industries like mining, timber, and the port, and the things that make our region strong and what it is today. So it's a balanced approach. let's look at the future, let's invest in those opportunities, but let's also make sure we're looking out for those that make our region great.
So often in economic development, people look at the big wins, you know, the big company that comes in with lots of jobs, but it's really those small businesses that do a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of jobs. Any specific policies that you would like to push that would perhaps help small businesses in this region?
Yeah, you know, so I was talking about the IRRB. I will have a seat at the table on the advisory board for the IRRB, and I would really like our focus to start to become, how are we creating special incentives for small businesses? How are we creating incentives for somebody that might be young and have an idea and doesn't have the capital to get started? And so looking at those opportunities, I think, could really go a long way to keeping people here.
So what legislative committees do you hope to sit on then down in St. Paul?
Well, I'm ambitious in that I want to be on the tax committee. That's not necessarily something that happens normally with a freshman, but it's really important for our region. I want to fight for local government aid. I want to protect taconite taxes. I want to make sure we're funding education. You know, there's a lot of opportunities. We have a nuanced issue with our county funding from PILT. I won't go into the details, but there's a big tax issue there. So I have a lot of ambitions there.
You sound ambitious.
Yeah, well, and then education, housing, and energy and environmental resources is another committee as well.
All right. Well, Senator-elect Grant Hauschild, congratulations. Thanks for coming. I'm sure we'll be seeing and hearing a lot more from you.
I look forward to it. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Grant.